Hello, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, old, young, old, in between, wherever you are in that spectrum. Welcome to Inside Line Racing. Welcome back, by the way. It's me, Evil Dragon. Everyone loves an old dragon. Join me in this box today. It smells a little bit of rotten milk still. It doesn't smell very nice. It's Vectro. Hello, Vectro.
Hello everyone, been a long time since I've done commentary on an ILR race. I'm looking forward to it, and as Evil said before, I think the championship is already decided, so we hope we can see a good final either way.
The champion isn't here, the cheeky bugger. He's not here, and if he is here, he's not appearing here. Now I'm just going to quickly turn notifications off because commentators, worst thing commentators, when you get spammed by notifications. You know, people like doing that to me. There we go. They always don't turn themselves off. Now they're off. So we're back. Hello. I'm still here. Hello everyone in the chat, wherever you are. And there is Mr. Jack Gooding coming out. His birthday the other week. Wanted Vettel to crash in the race on Sunday. Got his rest. Hope he crashes now. He broke my heart. Could be worse. There is, of course, coming out the pit lane, driving in his final race, number 23, Lilliard in his final race. He's retiring after this one to the commentary box, joining the list of many people. I personally have never ever raced in league racing. I probably never will race, as Vectro probably knows me too well. If I race, I'll end up upside down in a barrier. Don't I, Vectro?
That happens more than often, yes.
It does happen more than often. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, trust me. I have a pure thing. I don't just crash on my own. It's always when I crash, it's always just like explosions everywhere. There's fireballs. Could be worse. Anyway, the first people to cross the line coming up now. We'll go on board in a minute. Who should we go on board with? Who's coming to begin our lap? Well, let's go on board a low race then. He's just coming through the last corner to start around this famous racing circuit. And so here we go then. Build down towards turn number one. And short run. Chuck it in. Quick and easy. Through he comes into turn two. Don't get that rear end stepping out like a dog. It doesn't end well. 7th gear flat through this corner. Down the gears then as they come down as Owen crosses the line. Goes P1 at 137 into the chicane. Schumacher and Rosberg collided here in 2010, sending Schumi into a wild spin. One of only one hairpins around this circuit, of this beautiful circuit. The sun's selling in the distance there. A bit of a distant sound of a Ferrari engine. Down the straight they go then. Joker up to a 137.2 now as well. So everyone improving. Into the braking zone, into the second chicane they come then. Second gear, Chuck on the exit. Rear end steps out a little bit there. Now on the Yas Marina sign past the second pit complex. I've never seen that one in use. Probably never will. Going sideways a little bit down the straight. Low racer must have a little bit of a low internet. Into the third chicane of this circuit. Tricky, easy to lock up, easy to cut the cord up. He just does it there for good measure, proving my point. Fat Slag, slacking it off up front with a 136.9. Good on you, my son. Low racer through the corner, braking down for third. Build the speed, be gentle, gently does it. Build the speed under the hotel. The camera angle's died. There he is. Through the last two corners he comes then. There he is. Finally come through the last corner, blasted in the Ferrari, and that is a lap round the round good old Abu Dhabi. Paul, I'm not sure how to get that reference. Don't know what you're on about.
Also, the Joker on the lap might go into the pits, or he's going into the pits now. So.
But following suit.
I thought maybe he started another lap, but he's going into the pits, and we still have 6 minutes remaining in total, so plenty of time for a second run.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go. Fat Slag. He's probably enjoying time up here. He's, you know, having a little bit of fun on those old soft purple tyres. They look purple at my end at least. Maybe they're a little bit pink. They look beautiful. Yeah. I like these tyres. They look cool.
And Tim is going out on super soft tyres, so would it also mean if he qualifies in the top 10, he will start on super softs?
Yep, you'll start on all of the tyres. People in the chat talking about a certain Hungary race. Don't know what you're on about. Shh. Down there in the chat. Be good, lads. Be good. It's only going to come. Meanwhile, it's me, it's person with it is in the pit lane. Whoever designed this username, I'm going to take him to a dark place and beat them with a stick because I keep calling it's me, it's you, and now I have to call it's you, it's me because that's just going to confuse me. So there you go, Mr. Jack Gooding, 5th place, doing good, just getting out of the way of a rapid Ferrari. That is Rava's revenge, flying in that Ferrari. And up front though, Slag and Joker, Owen, then we got Gran, Jask, Richard, it's you, me, him, whatever you want to call him, Low Racer, NL. Then we got the revenge of the Gav Pig, person I will never be able to pronounce, Liliart down in 12th, Carl in 13th, Tim in 14th, Little Peace down in 15th, Lukey Boo dying in the wall somewhere, and the King going to Narnia.
Yeah, some people not settled them yet. Tim, I think, is starting now on the lap.
It's frozen to turn number 1 there. Characteristic of the circuit, the pit lane underneath the circuit. They said they'll never see crashes in there. Yep, yeah, they've definitely seen crashes in there in this, I believe. I've crashed down there before, but I'm an incompetent baboon. So that's why I always tend to crash down there. Have you ever crashed in that area, Vetro, in the pit lane?
Not in a league race because I never played a league race on this track before. But just in normal mode, yes, it is really easy to lock up and hit the barrier.
I'm not the only one. See, I'm not the only one who crashes there. Before anyone asks, this circuit, it's one of these really interesting ones, though, Vetro. I mean, built in, was it 2009, its first ever Grand Prix, first race to be a twilight race as well. Joined, like the Marina Bay being a night race in technicality. Of course, 50% race here means it won't get too dark. It'll be a little bit dark, but maybe that dark. Kind of in between the twilight zone. Get the reference there. Happy faces. Yeah,
personally, I like Brazil more as a season final, just because of the
unpredictability
the history and just. What did you say?
The unpredictability, isn't it, Vetro? I mean, it's got such a history of being the final race, but never needs to be the final race. And how dare you? Yellow flags, who's that for?
Yellow flag.
Goes away. So whoever it is has...
Just like real life F1, just yellow flags everywhere, but there's nothing going on.
Oh, Tim crosses the line. This just looks like it's going to be only 11th position there ahead of Haraber, but
oh, Gav Pig, oh, big slide, Gav Pig is going to lose it.
Gav Pig has lost it, and going slowly, must be careful there as he cuts the corner. Roberto, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm going to call him Dorito for short.
Mancini, I think, Mancini.
Mancini?
The first name is too hard. It's like Huberto. I probably
we butchered this name royally. 1 minute to go in qualification. Fat slagging it off there in pole position from the Joker, who's having a little bit of a laugh. Owen only in 3rd. I can think of a wrestler with Wyatt, but he's terrible. FC Gran there in 4th. And there is Mr. Jask in the Renault. Ahead of Richard. It's me, you. There in 7th. Low Racer there lying low in the top 10. Pun intended. Ravi's revenge. Probably trying to revenge his teammate who's just ahead of him, actually. Funny little point there. And there's a lot of punching up there. One of the Saubers. One of that is Tim. Gav Peg there in 10th. Oh dear.
Joker. Oh, Owen, Wyatt.
Yeah, P2. Somewhere. No, he's just retired the car. P2 then for him.
So if the Joker is on the lap, he's going to start one. There's a really big train behind him. There's a Haas going through, but the Joker is now going to speed up into max revs, and he will start his lap time. Can he jump from 3rd to 2nd or even 1st? He only needs 3 tenths.
Doesn't do it. He has 1 more lap to go. Jask also with
He's
that.
starting a lap, Evil.
Yeah,
I just said he's starting a lap.
I'll be quiet. It's good to be back with you in the commentary box on an F1 race. We don't normally do it. It's good, isn't it?
We often do it, but not in ILR actually. No,
Not for a long
maybe,
time.
I think one of the first times I've done an ILR actually.
You almost called it a different league then. I like that. You almost did. Almost. So
I
almost.
didn't.
Don't know what about. Joker there,
There's
he's
another
currently
yellow
P3
flag,
yellow
it's
flags. Oh, what's
It's
Cole? He's retired.
retirement. It's not a crash. So
No
P11
crashing.
at max for him.
Yeah.
Low
looks
racer
like
also on a
11.
really good lap.
Everyone on good laps here. We're coming to the end. Let's go to Low Racer. He's just coming through the triple right-hander down into fourth gear, into third. A little bit of a lock up there for good real. Now under the under the old massive hotel. It's very large, very big hotel. Into the last two corners. Let's go. Through he comes, blasting it through. One's a little bit wide. Low Racer crosses the line. He's currently ninth, ready to go a bit wide on the exit. Goes P8.
It wasn't a penalty, but it didn't look like he was cutting the corner. Oh, and not improving. The
FC
Joker's on
Gran
the
up
lap.
to pole position. 136.8.
Let's see the Joker also on the lap. Can he improve?
Just up to
Over the
fourth.
line.
And pole!
Yeah.
Yes! 136.6. Fantastic lap for him.
Really
Flat
good
slag
performance
down
up
to
to
third. Fourth for the Revenge, like I said. Owen fifth. Just sixth. What about Heriberto? What can Heriberto do? Coming through the last few corners in the Mercedes, lights ablaze, and Luke up to pole. My
Look at the
goodness,
ball.
smashes it there like a brick in a wall with a rock in a hard place, and Heriberto gives up. Oh God! He's done a Hamilton. He's done a Hamilton, and that is P9.
What a final for the qualifying. The pole lap. I think we've seen 3 or 4 different pole sitters. Let's see.
And it is
whole
a
Dutch.
Dutch. 1, 2, 3. Well, the Dutch commentator, Dutch 1, 2, 3. Country
And
in
a Worthington
fourth.
pole.
England lining
That's
up
Israel,
ahead
I
of.
think.
Yep, I think so. Possibly. Comments just yes, Luke. Just explodes as ever. Luke, Mr. Lukey Ball Ball, has got pole position. And at top 17, separated by almost 3.5 seconds. Our first ever, our Dutch 1, 2, 3. Well, let's go racing then. No rain, of course, we're in the middle of a desert, so if it did rain, I'd be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised on this game, but could happen.
No, it's still a game, so let's hope the game
Behaves.
has some laws of physics. It has. It's bone dry.
Yeah, no rain. Good. That's so. So it was a Dutch 1, 2, 3 in both USA and here in the UAE. So interesting times for the Dutch. Now,
USA, UAE. It's
completely different countries. One's a desert, one's a wasteland. Half a desert, half just water. Ah, good, he said he can't race. Well, let's go to the grid then for the formation lap then. And they're underway on that formation lap. Who are we going to get disqualified today? Hopefully no one. Lukey Lulu leads them away from the Joker. FC Gran there in third, ahead of Mr. Slaggy McGee in fourth. Rapper's Revenge on a flying mission through the field, potentially ahead of Mr. Owen Wyatt. Jaskin 7, Rich in 8th. Heriberto in 9th. Low Racer lying in 10th. Liliart in its final ever race is going to be here lying up in 11th position. Ahead of it, you. Gav Pig in 13th. King in 14th. Cole, Tim, and a little piece of last position there. In not last position because he's overtaken a car.
So we can see the top 10 on the auto softs, of course, but at the back there's one car on the softs, and it's Liliard. Who's going wrong?
He's going to go for a ballsy strategy. Well, the final race of the season.
It's the same number, 69.
Yes.
Pat Slag and Raven's Revenge, so I hope they won't end up upside down in the first corner.
69ing each other in the wall. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
That will be an issue.
That will be an interesting concept if they do that. Oh, God!
Oh, Jask! Oh,
Jask! Sunshine! You've become a boat!
My whole camera had a fit just then. Ritson has become a boat.
Yeah, everyone, they've become boats.
Disqualified.
Yes, they're disqualified from the formation lap. Yep, just from the formation lap. They are now boats.
So not from the race. Out.
Ah, there they come then. What's yellow flags waving, understandably there for the car. Park disqualified, Jask and Richon blowing each other hard. Oh, little piece has got a little piece of disqualification as well.
Oh, he's turned into a building.
Yes, he is now a building. He is the hotel. That is really cool, by the way. That looks awesome. Meanwhile, let's go to the field. Luke on a lot more fuel than the rest of the drivers. Though Fat Slag has 7 added laps. Oh, he's got 6. Well, here we go then. 5. Red. Shiny. Lights. It's on for an 8 and it's smeggy, smeggy, smeggy. And we're underway then here in Abu Dhabi. And it's a good start from Luke. Joker lines up behind him. Struggling behind his Gran there. Runs a little bit wide, but everyone seems to be clean through turn 1. They're a bit free wide in the background. And I think everyone must be happy there as they all go clean through turn 1, 2 and 3. And it's free wide in the background. Red Bulls and Toro Rossos and Mercedes and everyone's exploding in the background. But I think they all got through Vectro.
It does look like it, yeah. 2 Mercedes, one of them going a bit wide. Low racer in the middle, on the inside of Ritson, it looks like. Just hanging on behind him.
Well, low racer in ninth position. He's stopped behind the Haas. Well, he's got the Haas behind him and Merc ahead of him, squirming everyone then as they come down into the first of the, well, the second chicane, but everyone running through clean then. Lukey Lulu leads the race low in the Williams, pulling the gap from the Sauber. Fat Slag in third, Reverend Revenge in fourth. Just
it's 3 wide, it's 3 wide down the straight.
Oh my goodness me, it's like a ping pong ball down the straight here. I think you're going to get clean through into the braking zone. Oh God!
2 cars out. It's you and Low Razor out. Both of them. And Little P is also picking up some damage.
That has simply been our most horrifying accident here today.
Do we have safety cars?
We do not have safety cars, but my God!
Well, it just looked like they hooked each other's wheel and both went into the barrier.
I think we might need the medical car here right now. It's me and Low Racer have been killed here today.
Ritson has lost his front wing. Ritson has lost his front wing. He needs to come into the pits now.
Yeah, Ritson involved, and there the Ferrari dead, ablaze. Mercedes' new front wing. It is Ritson. He has lost that front wing.
Also, a Haas with half a front wing.
Yeah, the heart of a little piece there, a little piece of damage there.
Carl and
Gap
King,
Pig.
battling it out.
Yeah, Gap Pig, Carl up the inside. There's more contact there, and round almost goes him, and he cuts the corner, wibbling and wobbling there as they come through the corner. Up front though, Owen and Jack can get about a hit. Slingshot battle down the straight. Here we go. Pulls to the inside. And let's see what can Mr. Jack Gooding do down the straight in the car. And look at the Toro Rosso coming out of nowhere. Toro Rosso trying to bully the Renault. And they're all 3 wide there. Renault, and Renault engine. One's going to have a Honda engine next time we do this season. But, all so far so good there. Owen, 6th position. FC Gran there. Down in 7th. Gabpig and King battling further down the field as we look at these 3 here. Owen has a look to the inside. Dives down the inside there. Doesn't get the move there. Toro Rosso locks up. Runs a bit too deep. But everyone just about got through that cleanly, though I say that. Side by side here, this could only end in tears. Let's see, he'll have to back off. Just about has to back off. Runs a bit wide and in the wall goes Mr. Jasper. Well, I've cast it again. Every time. Every single time. Could be worse.
I like his helmet design though.
Yes, I like his helmet design too. Fat Slag meanwhile, he's closing up. Yeah, he is dead.
He's lost his front wing now. He was also going into the pits, so will he come out in front of Ritson? Yeah, I don't know. He's got on the soft tire, so he's not going to come out in front of him.
Yeah, just there. What tire is he going to chuck on? Let's see, is that soft tyres? I think it is. Up front, Luke still leads his murder race left from Joker. Fat Slag in third. Revenge in fourth. Owen in fifth. Gran in sixth. Just battling with Heriberto there down in a seventh position. Behind them, Liliot and then Tim. Tim is coming through the field very slowly.
This will be enabled in this lap, so let's see. We see Mancini in the slipstream and in the DRS. But it also looks like Fat Slag and the Joker are going to have a battle for second place.
Tim closing. He's going down the inside. Has to back off. Liliot's braking far too late there. Royally bottling that. One of the McLarens might eat him alive here on the exit. Yes, there goes one. There goes the second. And McLaren just about maybe squeezing ahead. Yes, there goes the second McLaren through and down there. A few positions there. That's a real shame there. Top four separated by just over a second and a bit now. 1.2 between them. Very close stuff there between those three. This is going to get interesting between these guys. Cappick still behind Tim, by the way. That's the battle potentially brewing for 9th and 8th position as Liliot royally bottled his braking zone in his final ever race. And hopefully everyone enjoying us here today in the commentary box. It's good to be back. And hope you enjoyed the start. It's been requested, so yeah, did it. Lap 4 of 28. 22 and a bit laps to go. And Luke leads, Joker leads, Slaggy McGee. Raver's Revenge in 4th in the Ferrari, Owen in 5th, Gran in 6th, Heriberto in 7th, Tim, Gav, Liliot, King, Cole, Little Piece, Richard and Jask all the way down.
Oh, Gavpix lost it.
Oh,
a really big crash.
Dear. Well,
what happened was he got on the curb, looked like oversteer, and the car just stuck right to the right side of the track. And it was a really hard impact, and he lost the wheel immediately.
Well,
just as I was about to say, Liliard up to 9th now, but he has minus 0.9 laps of fuel, and he's on the soft tire, so he will not be able to challenge.
Down the field, the two Force Indians having a battle, sorry, two objects. Down the inside goes the Force Indians there, they almost make contact. Virtual safety car, oh no!
They do have a safety car then.
Oh no! Oh dear God! Someone's turned the safety car on. Oh.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's broken on this game. Oh dear. And this...
How broken?
Very broken. Very broken. We're going to have some issues here, potentially. Well, this is going to be some sprint racing for the next 24 laps.
What can happen during the safety car?
It could just come back out again. And maybe they've mended it. Who knows? But it will just come back out.
Ooh, FC almost hitting Owen in the back.
Anyone going to come in? Doesn't look like it.
No one's going to come in. That's remarkable, actually. Normally, maybe it's better now to stay on the ultras.
That's surprising. Oh, the two Force Indians getting a bit close. And Miranda racing again here in Abu Dhabi then. Third safety car is in, and now we resume battle here under the spotlight round the beautiful, beautiful circuit here in Abu Dhabi then. But it is Lukey Lulu leading the way from Joker. That's Laglo, he's going to have a run if he's not careful. He's top 3, separated by 1.7 seconds. Revenge in 4th, he's doing a brilliant job here. He's not too far back off Fat Slag either, so it's within the realms of possibility he can make a move. But down the field doesn't look like many overtakes so far. FC closing up a little bit on their end as well, so that's a potential battle there. Lap 5, 28 here today, and Vetro so far 3 retirees in 5 laps.
Yes, really tricky conditions, of course, really tricky track, and one mistake, like you saw with Gav, one mistake can just yeah, absolutely demolish your car, because the barriers are quite close here, not a whole lot of runoff, so one little mistake and it's right into the barrier, and of course it's you and Low Razor getting tangled up, and then also the barriers are too close for comfort.
And the barriers so close around this circuit. Well, it is almost like a street circuit. You go off here and you are dead.
A street circuit in the desert. It's really a unique track.
Force India, meanwhile, They're going to have a little bit of a battle there. Maybe some of them might need to cool down on some nice BWTs. Or they could easily have a nice hype energy drink as well.
BWT isn't a drink, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't think it's a drink. I don't know what it is. I think it's food. It's something.
It has something to do with liquids. Oh, there's a car off. It's the Joker.
Joker! Yes!
Joker's
off. And that means Fat Slag promoting to second, Revenge in third. Credit mistake there from the Joker. Maybe he's been laughing too much in the Sauber. SC Gran. Let's go back.
There's a really big train from first all the way to, let's say, sixth, maybe even seventh.
Battle between the Force India boys. Down the straight here we come. Closing all the time. Here comes Carl on his teammate. Pulls the inside. And looks to me like King's not going to really battle that one too hard here. Lets him through. Lifts off a little bit for good measure. Does not want to battle his teammate too hardly. But Luke now opens that gap. 1.3. Revenge low. Closing up as well on Fat Slag. This could be a battle here for second position. BW2 is a water technology company. There we go. So it's to do with water. See, I was correct.
Yeah, we were quite close. Liquids, drinks,
water.
We weren't too far off.
Not too far, not too close, but not too far off either. Lap 6 of 28. Any comments? Put them down in the chat. King's still behind Carl, by the way. That's about a potentially brewing. FC Gran, though, behind the Joker, because Joker Riley spun and Joker in the pit lane as well. Whenever he thinks there's a battle, he pits. It also comes...
the leader in.
Yeah, Lukey Lulu in from the lead. I see that. Super soft. Super soft. Going on there.
Another set of ultras. Oh no.
Supers.
It's glitching out. Yes, it's supers.
Having issues, but he's on the super soft tyres.
Out comes Joker. Also super
supers.
Soft.
Down the tunnel.
So lap 7, that's quite early. Wouldn't it be better if they pitted during the virtual safety car?
Difficult, and Revenge and Owen are battling here out of the corner. Now who's going to win between these two here? Side by side, looks like Owen's got ahead. Yes, he has, and Jask flies somehow there, but Owen, under pressure, Revenge is going to pull to the slipstream, pull to the outside. No DRS on the Ferrari, the Red Bull dragging down the straight. Can he do it around the outside? No, can't do it, has to cut back. Now a mega cutback, tries on the outside, can't do it again. Squeezed off a little bit more on the exit for good measure, and looks like that battle's over for the time being. Well, 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 we got a battle on our hands here today then. Fat Slag leads the race then, but remember, he's all due to pit soon. Owen, then Ravage Revenge, FC Gran. So remember, Lilia could really come into this race at a later date. He's on the soft tyres, going long, going very aggressive as well, and he'll presumably go on the ultras if he can near the end of the race. So what's up for him later on? FC Gran now looking at Revenge. He's struggling all of a sudden. Yes, he's really struggling. Losing the rear like a dog there, and the tyre also might sliver one up the inside. He's not careful. We're going to see entering the pit then. Not yet. Yes, in comes Revenge. He's had enough of those tyres, and now he's going to go to A New Hope. Now, let's see where he's going to come out. Is that Super's going on? Yes, it is. Carl up there. Now, where is Lukey? There he is, 10th position. He's going to come through the field.
I'm not sure if that's the supers. It looks like another set of ultras. For me.
It does on my end. I think maybe it's having a little bit of a issue.
He's gone for another set of ultras, it looks like.
Yeah, that's an interesting strategy call for him. Going on a very audacious strategy here today.
Or maybe he had the wrong tyres. There's also a possibility, of course.
Indeed, everyone doing the first little bit of stops.
Tim and CZ are getting quite close to 4th place. He's in the DRS. Not quite close enough now, but this will be a battle to look out for.
Indeed, you see debris on the inside of the corner there. Luckily, it seems the virtual safety car isn't really coming back out like we feared it could do. So, that's good.
Is it a common problem then that it just comes back for no reason?
It is. It makes for interesting races. But luckily, and very luckily, we've been denied the tragedy of that.
Hashtag eSports ready.
Yep, eSports ready. Potentially in comes Heriberto. Oh, let's be careful there, and in comes Mr. Owen. Owen in as well. And where's he going to go out? Soft tyres going on the Red Bull. Now that is a very interesting strategy there for Red Bull, putting on the softs. Lilia up to 4th in his final ever race. I remember he slapped a bit.
To the end, I'm pretty sure. Maybe he's going to stretch it and maybe trying the ultras at the end.
Now he'll go to the end, I think.
Yeah, going to the end, it's quite a stretch.
20 laps on soft tyres, I think it's going to be easy.
He's going to come out behind Raven's Revenge, just about, and he wins time on him immediately.
Yeah, he's going to be very comfortable on those soft, rubbery tyres. Raven's Revenge will have a bit more speed though through corners for the next coming laps. Remember, those tyres will go off very quickly, so this is advantage here. And look about battles here. Luke having a little look there on the inside of King. Bit of contact there. Down the inside goes Luke. Does he do the move? Yes, he does. Bit of squirming there. And the Force India is going to keep the nose in. And he's still trying. Runs off the circuit goes Luke. And gets ahead.
Now the Sauber also getting involved.
Yeah, the Sauber involved, and we've seen how contact can happen here. Be careful. Oh, there's contact again. Oh. Almost a repeat there. And there's almost contact. Luke almost involved. Just about involved him there. As Joker beats the other cars into the floor and gets through. Easy and easy.
Almost the same scenario as in the beginning of the race. You can just see such a dangerous corner there when you're with 3 people.
Joker has damage potentially. In comes Gran. Let's have a look if Joker got any damage. Yeah, that looks like
it
end
looks
plate.
like on the left side.
Yeah,
on the
end
left
plate
side,
damage.
it looks like some end plates missing.
Now that is crucial.
But also on King. And oh, got a big slide. But he keeps it straight. And there comes a Ferrari. Raven's Revenge getting in position.
Yeah,
Trying to keep the outside. Not made it. But now Owen also has a look.
Here's the battle.
Positions left, right, and center. Really bad outside here.
Yeah, we'll be able to do that one. Surely not around the outside. He is going around the outside. Brilliant move, but not over. It's not over. It's not over. King still has a look, but those super soft tyres. He's been on from since the beginning. Oh, look at that! You can't do that. It's disgusting. He put him on the grass.
It was a really dirty defending move, but they.
He's going to go around the outside here. Around the outside, contact, up the inside, inside. Does he do it? No. He's off the road, on the road, and behind goes the Joker. He's been squished off the circuit. King's going to come back at Owen, up front. Going very deep into this murder race. Fat Slag is still going up front.
King going wide. A little bit of contact, but he keeps the position.
Bit of corner cutting for good measure. Now on the outside, here we go. He'll have to back off that. Don't try it. Don't try it, boy.
Ooh, almost at a Palmer.
Oh, he has done a Palmer. He's still trying around the outside. He can't get past. He's stuck behind the Force India, who will have to come in soon. This is ruining his murder race. Meanwhile, Lilia, P3.
Oh, he's going wide. Owen going a bit wide. He had to break mid-corner for King. He has to better pace, but he needs to find a way past.
It's allowing Heriberto to catch up as well on those super ultra softs.
Yeah, there he is in the Mercedes.
Again, a good exit here.
He's right at the back of him.
King really holding these guys up. I think Heriberto's going to come through here immediately. Yes, he is around the outside of Owen. Owen can't do a lot about it there. He's going to try and defend with all his might. Does he do it? Yes, he does. Bit of corner cutting, bit of bang. And still holds the line though. A bit of contact for good measure. Now, let's see. DRS, and DRS as they go down the straight. Carl on the back of Luke here as well, going on the outside. Force India versus the Williams around the outside. Does he do it there? This is for the lead of this race here, I think. Carl trying. Can he do it? Luke just about to fend there. Bit of contact there. And the Williams now running second, well, third and fourth. And here comes the Ferrari now. Out of nowhere. Raven's Revenge is going to try and make a move there. Want to be careful, doesn't go off the circuit too much. Luke now stuck behind his teammate, expects his teammate to let him through in his final ever race.
I just saw a bit of contact between Raven's Revenge and Carl, but nothing too substantial.
Owen's got ahead of King. Owen's got ahead of King. And Haraberta's got ahead of King as well. King's gone off the road. I think he's got a bit of end plate damage as well for that car. Back to this battle line for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th position. As well in the background there, one of the Saubers hitting the wall there. Happens a little look to the inside. Goes Revenge. I can't do a lot about that one. All these guys have pitted, apart from Carl actually, who has not pitted.
Yeah, and on the inside now, Raven's Revenge on Carl. Round the outside of turn 1. Can he do it?
He can. He can, but contact. Gets through though. Joker now has to pass that Carl as well, and he's not having the best of times. Carl cuts the corner slightly.
You cannot break him. Not quite. A little piece also in the pits now. Is that for damage or is it scheduled?
Up the inside goes Joker into the hairpin. Can't do a lot about it there either. Owen having a bit of a moment there. I think Haraberto may have just cut the corner.
Yeah, there will be a lot of penalties at the end of this race, so we have no clue where everyone stands at this moment.
Here we go, the slipstream train here. Owen's got a wild car. He's weaving a little bit there. He's squeezing down the inside. And there's going to be contact there. Bang! Oh, and past goes the Toro Rosso. My goodness, brilliant overtake there from the Toro Rosso. I didn't even realise it was there. Brilliant move then. Side by side as they come down the straight. Force India versus Red Bull. And looks like Force India, its mighty engine seems to have got it. Nothing Owen can do, and he's now in 11th position. King still has not pitted yet.
Let's take a look at Raven's Revenge and Looky Luke. They're still battling it out on the track.
Yeah, Lilliard's, I think, gone off the circuit somewhere. He's let them both through. Expect he'll come in around about that 15-16, and Owen's got back ahead of King. So,
yeah, the two leaders now, Fat Slag and Tim getting in.
So Fat Slag's gone in the pits finally then. He's gone in very deep into this race then. And he is with Tim, who's also gone equally as deep, but he was on the super soft tyres versus Fat Slag on the different tyres.
So Looky Luke back in the lead, but Revenge is right up his chuff, so we might see a sprint to the end here. Of course, Raven's Revenge on a bit softer tyres, so will be interesting.
You may have to stop again here. I don't know if those tyres can go the full distance. Luke Lowe leads
to stop though.
A race either way. Lilliard yet to pit. Carl yet to pit. King, who is in the pits, and you got your 3 retirees. Gav Pig, it's you and Low Racer, who both crashed in simply horrifying fashions. Here comes Joker on Lilliard. I think this will be an easy move here. Lilliard doesn't look like he's going to defend too much on it. Doesn't do so, and in his final race there, looks like he's going to put up a good old fight. Runs a bit deep there. Runs off the road. He can't do it there. His tyres are a little bit too short for that one. But he's doing well in his final ever race. This is turning into an interesting race, and look at the top two now. Revenge is closing on those ultra soft tyres very rapidly.
In the meantime, Jask and Ritson also getting close, so there'll be something to keep our eye on.
And deep there goes Revenge. He's pushing it a little bit hard now. Lap 13 coming to midway through this murder race vector, and so far we've seen great action, great crashes, great drama, and it's still yet to come. We've not even got to halfway through this race, and we're already, I'm just running out of words. It's turning into quite a little interesting race.
Jask and Ritson getting a really good battle here. It's for 11th position, but they're going to get really close.
Yeah, they're getting close, and that's interesting to see here. Ritson and Jask, two good old friends, good old rivals. Let's see Renault versus Mercedes. As they come out the last corner, Jask off to nut. Here he goes on the super soft tyres. On the softer tyres, definitely a little bit more comfortable.
Let's see, in terms of fuel, Looky Luke has way more fuel remaining than Raven's Revenge. He's got plus 2.6. Raven's Revenge plus 0.9. There's a yellow flag.
Oh, it's Owen. Owen off. Spinning the car over the curbs, everything, or something. There's contact or something. I don't know how you spin that. But he's off the road.
No damage, it looks like.
No damage.
It looks like maybe on the right side of the wing.
Looks like maybe a little bit of end plate going off. Yeah, it has a little bit of end plates going there.
It's a really big train from P4 all the way down to P9.
Yeah, brilliant to see a fat slag train. Lily out there, he's still yet to pit in his final ever race, but he's doing a brilliant job so far. Carl ahead of Roberto, FC Gran, Tim, Richard, Jask, Owen, King, and Little Piece is down the back with damage as well, I think, on that front wing. Gab Pig, It's You, and Low Racer out of his race, and it's up front though, Luke and Racer's Revenge.
One moment, Lilliard and Carl are getting really close now, and you better also looking at the back here. He's got a bad exit, Carl. Now
Roberto all over his
try to make a move. All Mercedes engines here.
Oh, bad exit there. Fat Slag starting to fly now. Around the outside, can Roberto do anything there? Force India forces him to brake a little bit early. That squeezes him off quite well. And around goes the Toro Rosso. Bit of contact, and that allows Tim to come through. Well done, Tim. In comes Owen. I think that must be for damage or something. No reason otherwise. Oh, and it's a 5-second stop go penalty. It's a disaster. Disaster class him. And Owen, he's dead. He's retired. He's given up. They're going to put tyres on either way. He's got out the car. He's ghosted. And he's out. Revenge really close to Luke, by the way. Really close. This could get interesting between these two here. 15 and 28.
Carl's getting closer. There's another yellow flag in sector 1.
That's going to be for Owen still.
It's for Owen.
Look at this battle here, by the way. Tim, Roberto, Carl and Lilia. All very close together. This is going to get interesting here. Sector 1, 2 yellow flags. Now, so there's been another up somewhere. It might be a little piece of King further down the back of the field. Having issues. Yellow flags back in now. It's turning into quite an interesting little motor race here. With Lilia, really the catalyst here, going long into this race. And all these guys around him may still have to stop, remember.
Lilliard still has to stop indeed. He will go on the ultras, I presume. But will it be enough to get into the points still?
Potentially in this final ever race, he's holding off a massive train. Meanwhile, a fat slag is stuck behind the Joker. And as they come through turn 1 and 2 and 3, they go. It's looking very much like Fat Slag's going to dive on up the inside if he's not careful. Can't do it straight away. Has to sit behind and someone
would.
Yeah.
Someone would.
Someone's joined, and he's left. Disgraced driver or person leaves the race.
That's going to pits now, but Tim and Huberto running side by side, really close down the straight.
They go side by side, then down the straight. DR is activated here on the pair of them as they go down the straight, side by side. Brilliant scenes here, and down the inside looks like goes Tim. Can the Mercedes try around the outside till he still has the line? Squeeze him as much as he can. There's a bit of contact. Bit of argy-bargy between the two of them. They're still going to be side by side here on the exit of the corner. Now, who's going to win between these two then? Down the straight. It looks to me like the Merc has a little more straight line speed currently. Looks like he's going to just about get it. Toro Rosso coming into this battle as well. Locks up massively there and goes straight off the road. Fat Slack still behind a Joker. And looks like Lukey Lulu opening that gap from Racer's Revenge. Lap 16.
Yeah, Joker and Fat Slack still really close to each other. It does look like Fat Slack has the better pace.
In terms of championship, it's all over, of course. We know Goody has the championship, but it's all battle really of who's best of the rest. In comes Racer's Revenge. I thought he might have to pit. He has had to pit.
And there's another Carl's cutting in.
Carl, Richard, they're all starting to come in now. So, has Lilia got a masterclass strategy? Fat Slack trying to still slip around the outside or up the inside. Low Racer said he's been blown. So, Low Racer was blown by It's You. That is a tragedy there. And Roberto seems like he's got a move done there at FC Gran then. So, Roberto starting to fly.
FC Gran at all almost in this race.
Yeah, he's been silent.
In background, but That might change now. He's in the slipstream and he has DRS.
Meanwhile, we'll keep an eye on the top three, well, second and third at least, between Fat Slag and Joker. They're together at last. They've been together at last for the last ages. Actually, Gran, though, he's in the slipstream of Heriberto, so that could be a battle potentially brewing between those guys. Luke might have a chance here. Maybe he'll bottle it on the last lap. We've seen that happen before. Hopefully he wins it low. I like seeing an underdog win it. Though,
Gran's got the corner there. But I've seen a lot of corner cuts lately. I think with the penalties, it actually just who has the least penalties who will gain the positions.
Ah, Heriberto locking up there. And in the wall goes Gran. Well, that's pit lane for him, and luckily you're really close to the pit lane as well. That's a shame for him. Fat Slag still can't pass Joker. Still can't pass Joker. They're a close battle on the circuit here between Slag and Joker. Let's see, good exit again here. Joker's really slow through this section, but he just seems to get the exit here just to stop a dive down the inside of the chicane from Fat Slag. He's going to have to try and launch one up the inside here, but he's just not close enough. Jask, faster lap again. Joker still stuck behind, or stuck ahead of Fat Slag, stuck behind the leader. He's leading by 8 and a bit seconds now. ILRGT still yet to pit, by the way. Imagining he'll come in within the next couple of laps. Might drop him round about the exit of the top 10 potentially. At 8th position is the best place he could possibly come out, really. So it's going to be interesting there between the battle between the Williams McBattle there. Three of the most iconic teams in Formula 1, and up front is a Renault and a Sauber having a battle, and up front is a Williams leading. Never think I'd say that before.
We've gone back to the 90s.
Back to the 90s, and Sauber somehow running in second. Not really 90s, but yeah, sometimes Sauber
back to well. 08.
And in comes Joker. Well, he was up front. Well, we royally bottled him there.
Now into second. ILRGT still has to stop though. The final 8 laps he will start now. So he will definitely go on the ultras, but when?
Yeah, he's up to third now under the podium here. He's maybe hoping for a virtual safety car potentially, or even a safety car to really help him here.
Oh, there's a really big train. Maybe revenge behind you, Berto. Tim
and
Berto.
1, 2. Brilliant move.
It's a double overtake, executed perfectly. What a move. Unbelievable.
Fantastic. Round the outside and up the inside together, and there, Rabbit's revenge.
He might take 3.
Yeah, we might take the third now. Here we go. ILRGT, I don't think he's going to put too much of a fight up here.
If he pulls this off.
Yeah, ILRGT can't do anything. ILRGT has got nothing there. He might try and come back. Can't do it now.
It must have been, on this game, one of the most skilled pieces of driving I've seen during that corner sequence. Really astonishing.
Well, here we go then. McLaren on Williams. I haven't said that one before for a long time either. Let's see, he got the move around the outside potentially into the chicane up the inside of the second part of the chicane. He's gone and done it. Mercedes has a look as well. And ILRGT starting to lose his arts on right now and starting to struggle a little bit right now. With just 10 and a bit laps to go. Carl battling here with Joker. Joker up the inside. It looks like he might have just got that move. Yes, he has. Got a bit of battling there between those two here as the sun's starting to set over the circuit. Oh dear, Jask.
Jask got a penalty. He's not comfortable for Ritson. He might, if he's not careful, lose the points.
In comes Lukey Lulu. In he comes. That meaning Fat Slag is leading this motor race. Now, where is Luke going to come out in terms of race's revenge?
He might come out next to Tim. Or behind him, I think. Yes, I think behind him. Just behind him.
Rabbit's revenge leads his race then.
But he was wide.
And he's back ahead.
Got fresher tires. And moved on. Into third. Now it's a sprint race. FC Gran fastest lap. that was a sprint race for the top 3 for the lead.
Yeah.
That's like, of course, miles ahead. Will we see a battle for the lead emerge? Do you think so?
Yeah, Luke's gonna. He's on the ultra soft tires. He's gonna be flying like a ballistic missile right now. But he should have pitted. He should have pitted. He cost himself too much time. Not pitting. ILRGT should coming this lap. He's got a bit of a gap there to Joker. Looks like it might be in the top 10 in his fun leather appearance here for retiring.
Watson in the slipstream, trying it. Too far behind.
Jask has DRS, remember, on Cole as well, so that could be an interesting scrap between those guys. That's all we had to play for. 10 seconds to the gap between the top 2. Fat Slack looks like he's staying on for the time being. Or is he going to come in? I think he's going to stay out, you know. Does do so. I might try to stretch to the end. And look at Luke. He's coming like a, like I said, like a ballistic missile. He's all over the back of Revenge already.
Let's take a look at his lap time.
This might be fastest
He's
lap.
already behind him.
He is flying right now. Luke on course potentially for a win. He runs deep there. Has to cut the corner a little bit. Get away with that. This time around, Joker passed that.
Finally in the pits.
Yeah,
he will go on help us. Where will he rejoin? I think not in the points. He's down to 9th now.
He'll come out in the points.
Get all the points then.
He'll come out in 10th.
Or will he? Yes, just about. In front of King. Well,
here comes Luke.
Next to King, actually.
Here comes Luke, by the way, still on the back of Revenge here. He's still closing up here, and looks like ILRGT has got through in the end then. He's kept that position from FC Gran and King. Luke's still on the back. He's really closing now in the slipstream. DRS, absolutely every ounce of steam he's got in the Williams. Can he do anything and get a win here? Because Fat Slag is pulling away. He looks like he might come in though. Jack's still in the battle there between 6th, 7th and 8th, and a bit of a lock up there for Richard. Runs a little bit too deep for that. But up front, Fat Slag still running very deep into this Grand Prix. Loves doing that. And it's still
King
close between...
Also having a battle.
Still
King
close.
made a small mistake. He lost time to ILRGT. This is the battle for the points.
Top 2 still together though, around the outside potentially has a look, goes Luke again. He's really close this time. He's as close as he's been all of the race really. And he needs to get this move done ASAP. Jask and Cole battling by the way through the last corner, and Jask seems to have got the position. Looks like he has, and looks like the Mercedes might have a little nibble up the inside of Carl as well. Up the inside he goes, bit of a squeeze there for the two of them, bit of contact on the exit, looks like he's got through. Looks like he's got through, not very happy Carl there, but Richard looks like he's got the position.
Understeer for Carl. He just about made it.
There we go. Look at Luke. Look at Luke. Look at Luke. He's closing up. He's closing up. He's having a look down the inside. He has a look down the inside. He goes. Oh, contact! Contact! Launching the Ferrari a little bit into the air nearly there. How has a good exit. Now he comes through. Now we attack. 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 Now he goes side by side. Round the outside. He'll have an opportunity this time. He'll have an opportunity. Can he do it? Still there. Now ahead. Now ahead. Can the Ferrari do anything? No, he's through. Yes. Brilliant move from Luke. He's finally through. Now can he go and chase down a slacking player in the first position?
He's not too far behind, but he's running out of laps, so he's got 6 left.
Richard, meanwhile, all over the back of Jask. And that's the battle for 7th and 6th position there. That could be a battle brewing.
I don't know if you caught it, but Carl almost crashing out like Gav did. Unbelievable save from him. Almost, yeah, he went wide, bounced up, rear end lost, but he's still on the track.
Just about.
Just about. It was a really close call.
Surely Luke's bottled this race. Fat Slag might not come in. It's difficult. 4 and a bit laps to go to the end of this race. Man, it's starting to get a little bit exciting.
His tires are starting to get off, of course, and the Ultras are working a treat. Look at how fast he's taking the corners compared to Fat Slag.
Yeah, everyone is really starting to fly here. 10-second between the top two. Revenge, Tim, Joker, Jask, Rich and Cole. Heriberto, and the battle here is still between Heriberto and Cole. Down the inside potentially goes Heriberto. Does he try it? Bit of contact there. Almost chops his front wing off there. He's getting a little bit divey here. Jask running in 6th position. Remember, he's a 3-second time penalty. So what it's going to do is going to put him, or he's going to put him down at 8th position. Cole really going defensive here. Don't know why. Maybe he's scared. Of what? I don't know.
Ritson on the inside of Jask.
Yeah, these guys are still battling hard. As always, looks like a good exit this time from Ritson.
Bad exit.
Yeah, around the outside. Potentially. Slipstreaming, DRS open, side by side, bit of contact, bit more contact, even more contact, lots more contact, a little bit more contact for good measure. Still more contact. Through the corner, there's going to be more contact. Yes, even more contact. Can you stop hitting each other, boys? Nope, more contact, even more contact. Jack, boy, oh, God. These two are getting a little bit aggressive.
Well, great race for the two of them. It's a bit of argy-bargy, but really clean racing, actually.
Yeah, argy-bargy. Love a little bit of argy-bargy. You remember argy-bargy, Vector? When I did that, you ended up in a wall, didn't you?
I do remember that, yes, on GT Sport it was. ILR Season 2, I think. ILRGT.
Yes,
So,
the argy-bargy and Randy went upside down into a barrier. Looks like they'll be returning soon, by the way, ILR, on good old GT Sport. So look out for that one. Meanwhile, though, top two, 8 seconds. It's coming down, not fast enough, though. King in the pit lane. And Ritson's going to have to try and make another move on Jazz. The battle there for supremacy of 7th and 6th position.
Does this race actually have a day and night cycle? I don't think it has. It's still the same as it was at the beginning of the race. King in the pits, like you said. A little piece also in the pits. I think it was just his only stop. Final 4 laps. Little piece not in contention of this race that often.
Just still battling here. This is a battle now. It's going to be 4 cars. Look at this. Carl and Heriberto starting to close in as well. Ritson stuck behind the struggling Jask, who's going to be dropping down the field. And just look out for Lilia, by the way. He's not too far back. Oh! Dear Ritson.
Ritson also a penalty, so
Heriberto
he will
off.
have to overtake him on track now.
Heriberto off the road.
Penalty. Yeah, Heriberto
like
off the
he's
road
putting
and
the
it's
car
going to be a
off.
requirement.
Yeah, Mercedes looks like it's broken down out of the race. He was on the grass, maybe a brake failure or something. So drama there. 3 and a bit laps to go. Lilia could be in a shout here of getting some decent points. He just dived on the grass and spun.
But Ritson and Jask are now battling actually for position. Before this, Jask had a penalty, so Ritson only had to stay behind him. But now Ritson has picked up a penalty as well. So he will have to overtake him on track if he wants that 6th position.
Yes, and remember, Carl is also might take that 6th position because those guys have penalties. Carl has not, and Lilia not too far back from these guys either. So it's all still to play for here with just a few laps to go. And up front, Fat Slag, masterful strategy. G here for him, doing good. And Little Piece is overtaken. Heriberto, of course, is out of the race. 5 retirements here today, though.
Look, did lap a whole second quicker last lap.
Yes, but I don't think it's enough unless Fat Slag starts to die very rapidly. He needs about 2-3 seconds a lap to close up. I don't think he's got that. Ritson, Liliart closing up on each other here. Liliart could get some decent points here in his final lap of the race. He's in the points either way, so it's going to be good days for him.
But to finish first, he first at the finish. It's not over yet. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, 2 whole single laps here today until we find out the end of the ILR season for ILR3. We still have ILR 1 and 2 to come on Sunday, and that is it. That'll be it forever. On F1 2017, looks like from there we'll be going over to F1 2018 if I'm not mistaken. Do correct me if I'm wrong. everywhere in the chat. Joker on the back of Tim, by the way. And this is a battle here for 4th position. So Joker starting to come back through the field very rapidly here on Tim. And I think this move could be done in the coming corners. Another second off, by the way, up front. Down to 6 seconds, but it's still too far back here. I think Joker's going to have a dive in a minute. Not yet. Rexon's still on the back of Jasp, about 4 tenths as well. DRS low down the straight. I think Tim hasn't got a lot here. Joker's going to come through. Pulls the inside round the outside there, and I think he's got far too much speed there. Covers him off a little bit there. Bit of contact nearly as well, and through he goes. Locks up as well, and can't do a lot about it there. And down the position there goes Tim, down to 5th. Oh, contact! Richardson's hit Jask. He's hit him again. Oh, God, he's spun him round. Oh, God.
No damage, it looks like. Kept it out of the wall.
Richardson's got massive damage.
Yeah, the whole left side of his front wing gone.
He's going to have no grip. He's going to have to pit or something there, but that was evil. Very evil.
I didn't see what happened, but was it Richardson's mistake, do you think?
He ran to the back of him into the chicane. Just clouted tyres and spun him around there. Hello Jeff in the chat, by the way. Hello everyone in the chat, by the way. Have been keeping an eye on the chat.
But Jazz is going to come back to him to return the favour. Well, in a more clean way, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's not get all evil Knievel. With 2 and a bit laps to go here. We're in the final here of ILR3. And look at the defensive move there. I think he's let him through. He has let him through.
Smart thing to do, especially for the leader of the league, of course.
Yep. Don't want to annoy the league owner. You won't enjoy it. Carl and Lily up there in 8th and 9th.
But with damage, Richardson might have a tough... Oh,
yeah, really tough.
Having a tough time to defend from Carl. He doesn't even need to because he has a free second penalty.
Yeah, meaning Lily is ahead as well.
Yeah, so he's currently in 8th in his final outing on his F1 2017.
Yeah, his final ever. Won't be returning to racing for the foreseeable future, so we can call it his retirement race. At least unlike some, he's going to finish it. Up front though, 4 seconds, we come to the final lap. Fat Slag's got this in the bag, I think. And
there's a second to pick up a looky-look, but it's not enough. He needs Fat Slag to make a mistake now, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, he needs a puncture or something there. But looks like the number 69 starts his final lap here in Abu Dhabi. The final of ILR3, the final of the season then as well. Luke in 2nd, Revenge in 3rd, Joker 4th, Tim in 5th, Jask 6th, Richard, Cole, Lilia, FC Grun, King and Little Piece there down the back. 5 retirements here today, and it looks to me their battle's still brewing around the circuit, especially here for
Carl lost it. Really big slide. Liliard might now have a chance.
7. Well, yeah, Liliard could actually get more than just 1 position out of this, you know.
He can still get 6th.
Yeah, he can get. Well, don't think he can get 6th, but I don't know about Jack's a little bit ahead. He is.
And Jask also have a penalty, so. I don't know what Jask is. But he's way too far ahead.
Yeah, he's about.
Or is he going to be wide?
3 seconds ahead of. He's 3 seconds ahead of the other cars here, and here
Here
comes Carl around the outside. Can he do it on the final lap? He can't this time. What about Liliard? He's going to really. Someone's going to have a lunge here. Can Liliard do it? He is going to lunge, I think. Yeah, oh, off! Carl's bottled that one there. He hit the back of Ritson. Let's go to the top guys as well. As they're just coming through the last sectors of this race. He's led since Luke bottled it in the strategy. He's led every lap since then. Fat Slag has done what he needed to do. Tyres are held up. He's done an audacious one-stop strategy. And through the last corner, Fat Slag is going to come to the line and win the final here in Abu Dhabi. And across the line in beautiful glory, winning in Abu Dhabi. Luke in 2nd. He couldn't do it in the end. 2.8 seconds. Revenge looks like he's going to get 3rd.
Look at the Joker and Tim. I think the Joker might hang on to 4th position.
Revenge in 3rd. Joker looks like he's going to get 4th. Joker comes through the last corner. Looks like 4th position. Yes, it is 4th. 5th for Tim. Jas looks like he's going to get 6th. Through the last corner comes Jas Glenn. Crosses the line in 6th position, Ritson. Oh, he's having a look at the last corner, down the inside of the last corner. What a dive! What a dive from Lilliard in his final race. Snatching out the line, snatching out the death. And Lilliard's going to get 7th in his final ever race on the line. Fantastic.
He did a pitch on the final lap. I don't know why.
And FC Gran decided he doesn't want to do another lap. In the pits he comes to retire. And, oh, God! King's died on the line! He's died on the line!
Dear.
He's out!
Lilliard ending his...
God.
Well, starting his hiatus, I would say, with style, with a beautiful move on the inside.
My little piece is going to see a dead corpse there. There he is. Lilliard's actually going to... oh, God. That's one way of finishing the race. Well, there we go. To the podium for your top 3. And well done to your winner today. It is a Renault on the top step of the podium, and it's a woman as well. Luke disgusted in 2nd. Have to say, disappointment for him. Well done though to Fat Slaggies. Slagged his way to glory. Lance Stroll, a fine 2nd position from him. Race of Events in 3rd, Joker 4th. Tim 5th, Jas 6th, Lilliard in his final ever race in 7th, Richard 8th, Carl 9th, Carlos Sainz is in a fantastic 10th. Little Piece 11th, Esteban Ocon disappointing in 12th, Roberto in 13th, Owen 14th, Alonso crashed out of this race, it's you down in 16th, Sebastian Vettel also crashed out of this race as well. Final words, Vettel?
By the way, Lance Stroll was in 2nd. Lance Stroll was in 2nd. So
yeah, final words, Vettel.
It was a great race, even though the championship was already decided and we haven't seen the championship leader. It was a really great race, a lot of battles, we see some crashes, but also really clean racing.
And on that bombshell, from here at ILR, this has been ILR3, and I've been your ex-disgraced commentator returning once more. Will I return in the future? Only time can tell. Until next time, I have been Evil Dragon XXL. Vetro has been Vetro666. This has been Inside Line Racing, and we'll see you next time. Whenever that is, who knows. Tazar.